When you talk to someone who's in business and you're listening to their dreams and maybe you're meeting some of their employees and you're hearing their stories and stuff like that, and you're looking at what they've done, you realize they're probably not going to be here in 6 months because they haven't done the foundational things to protect themselves. And a lot of people might be watching this going, well, I don't need money. I make so much money. I roll it in, but it's not when you need money that you go and get money.
Right.
You got to know that, ahead of time that, that it's there.
Yep. Yeah. And the funniest thing I think about the whole thing is, we talk to big businesses all the time. I have people come up to me and, we were at a convention, in Houston. I had a lady come up, she goes, I have great business credit. I have the Dun and Bradstreet. And I'm like, and I just said, and
I got my Dunn's number. I'm good.
Yeah. And I simply said, and smiled. And she goes, well, what do you mean? I said, well, let me just look at your credit profile. And I showed it to her and she started laughing because it's nothing. And we run across these, I can talk about this all day long, but I've had probably six times a year, and you can't even make this up. 6 times a year, I have conversations with business owners that literally are buying jets on their EIN number,
right,
without a personal guarantee.
Jets,
a jet, $3, $4, $5 million jet with no personal guarantee, but they go try to buy a brand new pickup at Ford and they get declined.
Different bureau they're looking at.
Yeah, and the plane place looked at, or the jet place looked at Dun & Bradstreet. And they have a great credit profile there, but we go over to like Equifax is where the car lots usually pull, and they have 2 $500 credit cards they don't even use.
And then you start dealing with people that want to deal with business experience. If you don't have that blend, and if you don't know how to, this is the fun one that I hear is, well, I could do it myself. I've been working on it for a while. Have you?
Yeah.
Do you know what you're score? I'm doing pretty good. I've got multiple cards with my business name on it right now. And I'm like, oh, and then we pull it up and they're like, why isn't that there? Well, they don't report. If you don't know who reports, if you don't know who they report to, if you don't understand the underwriting criteria or the utilization that you're going to need to have to get things going, you're just shooting yourself in the foot.
Or know when you can apply without putting your date of birth or social.
Yeah.
We had a client come in and I always explained to everybody, you start out at the beginning. You have to personal guarantee your company is 18 years old. Don't matter if it's a 100-year-old company. If there's no credit there, it's an 18-year-old kid, and you have to actually co-sign for it. And so I tell people I tell them all the time. And I had a guy get in our software that we had we have with coaching, and he called me and said, "Hey, I'm getting declined for everything." And I said, well, let's jump on a Zoom and let me see what's going on. Well, he was checking the box saying no personal guarantee. I said, remember, you can't do that yet because you don't have credit yet.
Right.